on this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast.
Rolls on dice. It sounds like you have a skill issue.
After clearing Kosowana's workshop of clockwork creatures.
And when you opened the door, you saw a swarm of these tiny little clockwork contraptions that are normally used to hunt like rodents. It looked like they had started to go like crazy because whenever you open the door, they attack. And a fight ensued. You dealt with them, and most importantly, after fighting off this swarm of little clockwork crazy things, you found the cat treats.
Yes, we did.
The cat treat.
The Outlaws finally make a very important friend.
Eleanor, you go to pick up the cat treats. You pick them up, and you hear
Yes!
and scampering.
Aww.
And find more loot.
There's also, I don't know, a moderate bottled lightning.
Dibs.
Oh, I haven't looked to see if I'm trained to that.
It's still my
now.
bomb, though. You can't have it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you hear hissing, and you look over, but it's not Psyche here. It's Chester with his bomb. My bomb. My bomb.
There's hissing. Oh, what's up?
It's time to pet that cat.
Did you stalk Alonzo? She's pointing to his little thread map.
I'm always investigating.
Is that why your hand is in your pants?
Now.
So if you know me as a person, you may know... Yes, you do.
I know you as an animal.
You've known me since middle school.
You two have known each other
True.
You may know
just
that...
as long as...
No, I've known you since high school.
Oh, well, middle school for me.
I've known Jacob since we were in middle school.
But you may know that I am a creature of impulse very
God.
often.
No.
And that...
$400 Lego set.
Hey,
For
now,
reals?
I gave permission.
I did
gave
ask permission. That's another story. I did get a collector's really nice Lego set that I had of a model that I wanted, but that is neither here nor there.
Hey,
More
if you'll spend
importantly-
time on it and enjoy it,
Oh, yeah, I will.
then it's worth it.
That thing weighed 15 pounds. It was glorious.
Yes.
I'll show it to you after the show. But this is not nearly as bad as the $400 Lego, admittedly. That's a problem. But
Oh, no,
like,
I know what it is.
I got I've been collecting some RPG PDFs recently, some couple Humble Bundles, getting some different things, and I like books and collecting them to read and peruse, even if I'm not going to like play the game, because I am a RPG hobbyist, and with everything going on around D&D recently, I've been looking around because of the history of D&D, and I was just like, I've never actually read the 4th edition rulebook.
Oh, no.
And I realized that they sell them on DriveThru RPG. You can actually buy the PDFs from Wizards on DriveThru RPG. So I was like, that's cool. That's not too bad. Like $10 a pop.
Uh-huh.
I was like, but you know what? I like physical books.
Yeah?
I wonder how much they'd be. Amazon, $60 for the player's handbook. Disgusting.
No way.
It's about what you'd pay for a player's handbook.
Brand
But
new.
this is
D&D.
4th edition.
This is 4th edition.
I know.
And I know someone who's bought Pathfinder books, at least when I was getting started, and it was just like, you're buying them brand new is expensive. But
Yes.
if you buy them used on like eBay, you can get them dirt cheap. I got the core rulebook, Game Master's Guide, and Rise of the Rune Lords, and the Inner Sea World Guide for Pathfinder 1st edition for like $60 on eBay. It was a fantastic deal.
It's a really good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I looked around on eBay and I was able to get a 3-pack, like a slipcover, Player's Handbook, Game Master's Guide, and Monster Manual for D&D 4th edition. And it's coming to me. It's in the mail.
Oh, my.
I'm kind of excited.
Do you want to tell them the other part
Don't
now?
know why.
And so the other part to this is I remembered after I got this, because I'm curious. I want to read this system to see what people hated about it. I remember whenever we were starting to run Reign of Winter, I was collecting, GM notes and like looking at what other people had done to kind of like get ready to run that. And I came across a 4E conversion for Reign of Winter. It's only the first 3 books, but it also includes People of the North, and someone has done an incredible job. They've imported like the
art?
artwork, all the text. It looks amazing.
Huh.
And so I was going to like look at the system and then look at that. And so obviously what we have to do now is
replay the first 3 books.
Replay the first 3 books and then immediately switch back over to our Pathfinder 1
We need
session,
to see if by the time we
dropping all
finish,
the characters.
We need to see if we finish the first 3 books in 4th edition, if there is a 2nd edition conversion out, and then we just completely skip to 2nd edition Pathfinder.
Think of it as
This sounds so confusing.
If you sat down and said, "Hey, we're doing this," I'd be like, "Yeah." Just like playing games.
We are hanging out with our friends. It'll make 4th edition worthwhile.
The 2 people at the table who are like ready and raring to play 1E again, Pathfinder 1E.
I'm sure Kineticist is in 4E.
No.
Yep.
Oh.
There's more content out there for 4E than I thought there was. And there is a small, or at least was, a small but very dedicated community to it. And that's what makes me curious about it.
Fair. That's fair.
Because if it was actually just bad, there wouldn't be this holdout following as much, right?
Well, people play Ark.
Sure, but people can be wrong. But these are also people who like do other things, but they still like really come back to 4E. So that makes me curious about 4E. So I'm going to get these books in. I might grab a PDF and send it over to Jacob, and maybe we'll talk about it on a banter topic someday.
Man.
And another thing that makes me curious about it is because some people have been comparing 2nd edition to 4E, at least when it came out.
Yeah.
And so that gets me really curious. Anyway, has anyone in the audience ever played 4E before? Did you like it? Did you not like it? I don't know. Let us know, but I am going to get these books and we'll read them.
And please send us the ashes of the 4 ebooks that you've burned.
Ooh, spicy. But I thought you guys would enjoy that. Something else happened that I know all of you have seen, but I just want to share with the audience, especially one of our audience members.
Oh boy.
Kat's sister.
Whenever she
Yep,
gets
Lilu
here.
Dallas.
Kat's sister had been avoiding listening to on advice from Kat.
Yeah. Can I give the context?
Very
Yeah, go
specific
ahead.
My
context.
sister is one who will cry at everything. When I say cry at everything, I distinctly remember the first year in our lives when she didn't cry when Frosty melted at Christmas.
Oh my God.
So like when I say my sister cries at everything, she can cry at a commercial on TV. And I was like, she's going to drive on an interstate on her way to work, and my character's going to die, and she's going to cry, and she's going to get in a car crash, and then I'm going to IRL cry. And so I was like, don't listen to it while you're driving.
Yeah.
And tell us, Kat, was your advice listened to?
No, she eventually got fed up with not being able to listen to it because she was driving, and that was the only time she got to listen because she's busy working on her master's. You go, sis.
You go, Lilu.
And she listened to it while driving and promptly shut it off because she was angry and listened to a murder podcast.
She left a comment in our Google form, which, by the way, if you guys don't leave comments on YouTube, you can just use the Google form to ask rules questions or just a normal comment.
And where can they find the Google form?
It's in the description of every episode.
Yeah.
She actually went through the episode description to find the Google form. I'm so proud.
She said, "Why'd y'all let my sister keep rolling those dice? Y'all know she can't roll worth a crap." Also, F in chat for Alonzo.
And signs it Kat's sister.
I thought that was great. I hope she can make it through the episode after that, because the episode where he dies is bad, but the episode where you deal with him being dead is horrifying to deal with.
Oh, no, wait.
Yeah.
She actually listened to that like earlier this week and said she had a feeling I was going to play Eleanor, but still is mad that he died.
Yeah.
She also texted you, said, me being really angry that Alonzo died and turning off episode 30 because I can't listen right now. I need some good old-fashioned murder podcast.
Told you she's going to listen to murder podcasts instead.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad you enjoy the show.
Not my character murder podcast.
Episode 30 is going to be
Okay.
brutal.
This was collaborative murder.
Yeah.
That makes it better.
Unwilling.
That episode 30 is going to be brutal for her to finish because it was like handcrafted, tailor-made to me, the most emotionally devastating thing that we could possibly produce.
It was rough, man.
Yep.
My own sister over a month behind.
Okay, let's not even talk about Micah. Micah is so far behind, and just because he has 2 children under the age of 5
Listen,
doesn't
we're
mean
has a
called
better excuse.
Micah's Angels. We expect more from him.
I don't know if you'll notice. I haven't been using Micah's Angels ever since Alonzo died.
It's because the group dynamic has
The
changed.
group dynamic has changed.
Angels get replaced over time too, Derek.
Well, if Micah can
like
catch
Charlie's?
We might have to have a new name now.
up, if Micah can catch up to the point where he hears Alonzo die, then we'll change the name back.
We're still Micah's Angels.
Micah's Angels in the heart.
Micah's Angels and Eleanor.
Oh my god.
Dang.
Not to single you out, but go sit over
Singles
there.
you out immediately.
Listen, no, Eleanor went down in like her first combat. She's Micah's Angels.
She's Micah's Angels.
I still haven't forgiven you guys for that. Forgiven Derek.
Oh, okay. About to say.
For Eleanor going down in her first combat, your stupid nat 20 on a tail.
I don't know what to tell you. Dice does what it does.
The
Your
dice tell the story.
Try to kill my characters.
And you have been labeled the Joe Bro of this season.
Maybe you should.
Every day I wake up and I'm me.
Let me roll for the bleeds.
Rolls on dice. It sounds like you have a skill issue.
Nothing to do with random number generation.
For all your random jumper narration needs. Jumper narrating needs. Oh boy.
I must cut this off at the pass. Centuries before the star stone was raised, the wizard kings Nex and Geb warred with
Gex
one
and
another,
Neb.
scarring the land between them into a devastated, unstable magic wasteland. From the
Magic
glowing
wasteland.
ashes of the Mana Wastes arose Alkenstar, the city of smog, a metropolis of airships, skyscrapers, factories, and clockwork wonders.
Clockwork Clunders.
To the world, Alkenstar is the pinnacle of innovation and determination in the face of insurmountable odds. On its streets,
Unsurmountable
life in
ifs.
Alkenstar is a non-stop race to stay ahead of the competition. And it is here that a desperate group, hungry for revenge, living on the
Hungry.
edge of the law, hunts for the ones who cast them out.
Hungry.
They are the Outlaws of Alkenstar.
Micah's
And Eleanor.
Angels.
And Eleanor.
No comment.
Music cue.
When we last left you guys, you were exploring Olamon Kosowana's workshop. You had found a couple clues pointing to where he had left. And you had also found a
squatter.
A squatter, Janaya.
He was laying down, not squatting.
But he was squatting in the workshop.
No, he's laying down.
1d6 pun damage for Jacob.
Do it.
I just pointed
Pull the
finger guns at
trigger.
Jacob.
5 damage, Jacob.
That's my new threat. You found Janaya.
5 damage.
And Janaya was able to kind of tell you a little bit what happened the night that Kosowana left. Apparently he left on he described the clockwork contraption that he thought was some sort of statue. I think you guys identified it to be a sphinx.
Yes,
A
that's what
clockwork
it sounds like
sphinx.
when he described it.
You got some information. I think Syke here gave him 2 gold. You told him to
I
go
did.
to the farm.
But most
Get some
importantly,
vegetables.
we found out the cat's name is Masu.
You did.
Masu.
And
His name was Janaya.
You actually weren't able to get the cat down, which is the whole reason
No,
you
yeah.
talked to Janaya in the first
Yeah.
place. You went back down and explored another one of the rooms in the workshop.
Dicks.
And when you opened the door, you saw a swarm of these tiny little clockwork contraptions that are normally used to hunt like rodents, but had gone kind of
They have a
berserk.
cat,
And
if there are those.
they were in this alchemical storage room. They looked like they had started to go like crazy because whenever you opened the door, they attacked Eleanor and Syke, and a fight ensued. You dealt with them, and most importantly, after fighting off this swarm of little clockwork crazy things, you found the cat treats.
Yes,
the
we did.
cat treats.
We can entice the kitty to us. Here, Sakir.
And that's where we're going to pick up with you guys.
Are they whiskers or are they temptations?
Not
or
Temptations.
A different brand.
They're temptation.
They're
That's the
Friskies.
brand that hurt Katniss.
Well, no, Katniss hurt Katniss by eating all of them.
No more temptation treats.
Katniss is Jacob and Kat's cat.
Chester would like to investigate or search this room, which I believe is an investigate check.
Sure.
That was almost a 5, but instead it was an 18 on the die, plus 11 for Eagle Eye Elixir and Kosowana-ness is a 29.
Kosowana-ness.
That's my Pursua lead.
Okay.
Before you do that, why don't I read the flavor for you real quick, and then I'll tell you what you
please.
find.
Tasty.
Love flavor.
This ruined storage room smells harshly of chemicals and ash. The floor is covered with broken alchemical glassware of every description, the former contents pooling in the center of the room in a multi-hued puddle. Metal shelves, torn books, and scattered notepaper lie everywhere.
It looks like it got ripped apart
Yeah.
by like the thugs.
Yeah, so you look around in here, you find the Temptations cat treats, and you find a couple other things as well. Despite all of this like damage and stuff, you can find enough unbroken gear if you wanted to assemble yet another expanded alchemist lab.
Aha.
Potted dog.
That's money right there.
That's money.
You also find a bottle of universal solvent.
Oh.
Ooh.
What does that do?
There's a very bad glue out there, and that's one of the ways that you can get it off.
Yep,
Oh.
universal solvent is it's yeah, exactly. It gets rid of the glue and some other stuff. But most importantly, pretty sure it's a relatively high-leveled item.
Can you use it if it's that high?
Well, we can use it if it's given to
It
us.
already
we just couldn't
exists.
purchase
Oh,
it
okay.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, universal solvent starts at moderate, I believe, which is 5.
Yeah. Like if he gave us a level 18 item, we could use it no problem.
We can't like buy them or make them though.
If you're curious, it comes from the Advanced Player's Guide, originally formulated as a means of dissolving sovereign glue.
Sovereign?
Sovereign?
I think it's sovereign.
Sovereign? I don't know. I'm looking at this. This powerful solvent can break almost any adhesive's grip, as a universal solvent is particularly effective against sovereign glue, which is an actual item.
Yeah, sovereign glue. Level 7 item.
It automatically dissolves sovereign glue. It attempts to counteract any other adhesives, such as Tanglefoot bags, with a counteract modifier depending on the type.
Would this also work on mimics? Because depending on what you play, mimics are sticky.
Keep it away from Sakir.
I'd allow it, I think. I'd have to double check mimics specifically, but if it's going to counteract Tanglefoot bags and sovereign glue, I don't see why we wouldn't allow a counteract
If I
check.
remember correctly, the first time I had you guys fight a mimic, and I don't know if this was 3.5 or Pathfinder,
It was 3.5.
you could pour alcohol on it to get the stickiness to let go.
Yep.
So I was wondering if it would be similar in this case.
Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one. Oh, Dougal.
Dougal was the
I forgot about that.
NPC that trailed along with us in that game that Jacob ran. It was a dwarf cleric who couldn't say anything but Dougal.
He was cursed, wasn't he?
And he was also better at drinking than anybody because I didn't roll for him to have fortitude saves. He just did better.
Yeah.
DM fiat right there.
Yeah, but we fought the mimic, and Dougal said one of the few things that wasn't Dougal. He said, everybody gets one.
Because you had to pour out a bottle of alcohol.
Yeah.
On the mimic.
So is there any more, or is it just the universal solvent?
There's also, I don't know, a moderate bottled lightning.
Oh!
Ooh,
Dibs.
I can't use it. Take it.
It's just Chester finding more ammunition, basically.
It's so weird that, like, y'all can't use bombs. I didn't realize they were, was it martial is what they are? Because you'd think you're just throwing something.
I mean, it takes skill to throw something with any amount of efficacy.
That's
Yeah.
fair. You're right.
It could also be a matter of knowing how to handle the bomb, things like that.
It's not martial. It's alchemical bombs are their own thing.
Yeah. Oh, they're like their one own thing. No, they're martial because we went over this before.
Oh, yeah, they are category martial. You're right. But
Yeah.
I was looking at alchemists. They're trained specifically in alchemical bombs, not
Yes.
martial. Yeah. Well, I think Eleanor should be able to do it because Eleanor should be
Oh,
trained.
that's right. That was Alonzo that didn't.
Oh,
have
I haven't
martial.
looked to see if I'm trained to that
It's still
looking
my
now.
bomb though. You can't have it.
Wow. You're like, you can stab better than me. See, swashbuckler.
Yeah, you're
Hackles
trained in
get
martial
raised,
weapons.
and you hear hissing, and you look over, but it's not Psyche here. It's Chester with his bomb. My bomb. My bomb.
There's hissing. Oh, what's up? The camera pans further.
Chester, in a rare moment, bearing his vampire-esque
His
fangs.
little vampire nubs.
Are you talking about like his nipples?
No, his nubs. The little vampire nub teeth.
Oh my God.
Yes, bears his nipples.
Chester.
This is how
I'm a vampire.
I can use bombs.
Yeah, Eleanor can use bombs.
I want to back up a bomb.
Maybe if you pay Chester and wait 3 weeks, he'll make you some.
Oh my
Hey.
god.
Wait 3 weeks or Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
He looked at his watch.
At least until
At his wrist.
At least until the treasure book comes out.
Actually, I was about to say, this episode will be released after Treasure Vault is out. But that doesn't matter because we're not playing then.
We're eagerly
We're playing
awaiting the
now.
release of the Treasure Vault. You will be sure that as soon as we have it, we'll banter about it, and Jacob will start crafting things faster.
I'm so salty that other people have it before it's out.
Yeah,
I want
Paizo. What's the deal? Giving big YouTubers and RPG Bot early access to book, but
So other people have
Don't you
gotten
know-
it too. People who just post on Reddit and whatnot.
All 149 of our subscribers make us more important than everybody else.
more importantly,
That's fair.
Jacob likes to craft things.
I want to be useful. Listen, this game gave me downtime, but I could do nothing with it because it was dumb.
Paizo, there are very few people out there who actually want to use your crafting mechanics.
That's why they released this book.
We'll get to that when the thing comes out, but
Yeah.
there's reasons crafting was the way it was.
Hey, future banter.
Yeah, insight in the future. Although, to be fair, if the 4E books come in at the same time, 4E gets the priority, 100%.
No.
Can
We're not playing that yet.
can we the cat now?
Oh yeah, you can. You don't even have to. Technically,
Was the moderate lightning the last thing?
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, we get distracted.
We sure do.
You pick up the moderate bottle lightning after hissing at Eleanor. Eleanor, you go to pick up the cat treats. You pick them up, and you hear
Yes.
and scampering
Aww.
as.
Then thud.
We talked about the color of this cat. Was it a brown tabby? You said.
Oh,
Hey,
well,
why don't you
know
leave
what?
the room so the cat doesn't step in chemicals and then lick it off its feet? There you go.
And just gotta barbecue your cat.
That's what I do.
They're referring to the hairball treat, not real barbecue sauce or barbecuing as a verb.
Barbecue the cat.
I know what I meant.
I actually have artwork of this cat as she comes down.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, this cat's gonna have like a key on her collar or something.
That's why I want to see the cat. Also because I want to see the cat.
Here you go. Here is artwork of the cat.
The artwork is really good.
Oh,
my
it does. It has a little
goodness.
hourglass on its collar.
She's precious. Give her little golden eyes.
She
I
wants the
kneel
treat.
down and hold a treat out for her.
And you said a druid would be useless in this situation.
I eat it before she does.
She
Just Psyche trying to take the treat before she gets it. You see Psyche on all fours next to you. Meow.
What happens whenever
Meow.
Eleanor grabs the bag and rattles it here? Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
Psycher's on all fours doing the arched back rub up against. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I really want those.
Cat folk in civilized society get their food in bags. Every time they do, they're like, this is not how it should be. But then the bag gets shook and they're like, oh.
Oh shit.
So the cat comes to me.
Tell me I've been a good
Can
kitty.
I pet the cat?
Yeah. Well, as
I
she's
pet the
eating
cat.
the treats. Make another. What was the check I asked you?
I
Was it
have
nature?
fulfilled my life purpose. In game, I got to pet a cat.
Nature. Make a nature check.
I'm not trained in it. Can I still roll?
Yes.
Yes.
It's just a kitty.
All right, let me roll that.
I need a knowledge check on this cat so I can find out its strengths and
No,
weaknesses.
go in the box.
What's its CR?
Does this
Oh.
cat resist lightning?
I got a natty 15 with nothing to add.
Natty 15 wouldn't make it, but with a +4 circumstance bonus.
Because of
With
the treats?
with Temptation's treats.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Masu thinks you're pretty great now.
I can pet her. I give her a little scritchy on her chin.
Yeah, you see she has this collar. For those listening, which she knows everyone, she has this like hourglass collar, or rather a black little leather collar and a miniature hourglass hanging from it. Big old yellowish orange eyes, and she's, I don't know, what would you describe her coat color as?
Like a tawny orange kind of brown.
Yeah, okay.
She's like a medium brown tabby with white socks, a white belly, and some white markings on her face.
This is very cute.
Very cute.
I'll probably, because it's a cat and cats are the best, end up posting
She
this
looks like
also
a
to
kind of
social
cat
media.
you'd find in the trash.
Yeah.
But a cute trash cat.
All trash cats are cute.
She,
the best cats come from the trash.
She eats the treats.
Can we check out her collar?
Yeah, you look at it, it's a functioning little hours.
But
You
like,
can
is
turn
there
it.
anything hidden in the hourglass? Does turning it do
Oh.
anything?
Does this collar have like gems on it that's going to save Earth from being blown up by aliens?
No, it just says Masu.
Oh, okay.
MASU.
So it's not based off Men in Black.
No.
Okay.
You give her the treats, and she starts rubbing up against your leg, Eleanor.
Yes! Eleanor has made friends with Masu the kitty.
What do you guys do?
I found items. Was there anything else of interest I could glean from this room?
I mean, I don't know how much. It looks like some sort of alchemical storage room. It doesn't look like a bunch of crafting and stuff is going on in here.
Yeah.
There's definitely notes and some other odds and ends stored in here as well. It looks, honestly, with your investigation, it looks like people just rummage through here making a mess.
That's about what I thought. Cool.
Jacob, you should have Chester check out the collar and make sure there's no functional thing we need to check out. Make sure there's no hidden items.
Like if the hourglass is capable of stopping clocks nearby.
Yeah, Chester will cast detect magic on the cat.
Not magical.
Chester will check out the collar.
It is functioning.
Yeah, it's a little hourglass. It functions. It has sand in it. You're not sure how long it's configured for. Probably not too long.
Oh, so is it currently trickling?
No.
Oh, okay. Can I flip it over?
Sure.
So it has a little pin. It can be
it'll
flipped.
pivot, yeah.
Oh, Chester will flip it over.
And starts.
That's adorable.
Draining.
That's adorable.
That's a cute cat, but we got some other stuff we gotta do while we're here.
Do you really?
Yeah, there's one more room.
There's a cat here now.
There's
Well,
a
I mean,
cat, though.
Chester
Everything
will
else is over.
Pet the cat, and they'll say, "Cute cat." The appropriate reaction.
We are watching you.
Do Psyche and the cat glare at each other?
Chester will flick his whip a little bit so the cat can play with it.
The cat will start playing with it.
Yes.
Kick it.
Oh no!
Mine! That's a joke.
No. You see, we here at the Third Gallon Podcast love kicking cats.
No!
This is official, a declaration.
Sure.
Ain't that right, Lo?
I'm Drow and I approve of this message.
Oh my
my
god.
God.
Totally not the kind of people that when we got here today said there's a cat outside across the street, and all four of us went outside
to go
look
look
off
at
the
the cat.
balcony.
Look at it.
It was cookies.
Cookies is a stray in the neighborhood.
What do you guys want to do?
There is one more
Yeah,
room
we
for
go
us
to
to
the next
explore,
room.
correct?
Of course, yes.
Before I spend the entire hour of recording petting the
Role
cat,
playing cat
let's go.
petting.
How is HP though? Do we need
I'm
to
at
take some?
47. I'm okay.
Okay.
I
Chester
am.
didn't get hurt in the last fight, but he also wasn't in
I'm
there.
at 38 of 56.
You're a frontline fighter. You might want to take one dose of
Let's
healing.
get some fucking healing going.
Yeah, some healing might be nice.
I'm gonna use my gloves, I think.
So what do you guys want to do? You go to
Okay.
this door?
Heal me
10
up.
HP.
Oh, yes, thank you. Heck yes.
Heck yeah.
Treated wounds.
Nope, I used my healer's gloves.
Oh yeah, I was meant to say you got a spell from that combat, and you needed to cast it within seconds of the combat ending.
Oh, I could just do that anyways then.
Yeah.
Now I'm only 8 short of full, so I'm happy.
You're getting a spell and you're gonna like it.
More like you're getting a spell or Psyche explodes.
Yes, please give me the healing spell.
This is more retconning. Basically, as soon as that combat ended, Psyche's poof.
Okay, do it.
There you go, 15 points.
Woo! I am all healed up.
Oh yeah, your healer's gloves don't work on Chester.
No, they don't. No. Here, I will make you feel better. Actively makes it worse.
It's has to take out the claws to make Chester feel better.
No. The healer's gloves cannot harm undead.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, thank God. That actually does make me feel a little bit better.
All right, let's do this. Check out the room. I'm healed up.
Chester will try to open the door.
All right, so there's one more door you haven't explored here.
Yeah.
You just open the door.
Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked.
Ooh, Chester will open the door.
You open the door,
Too late.
Too late.
and inside,
It's a bomb!
And
I have my rapier drawn.
this room's walls are lined to the ceiling with shelves overflowing with metal ingots, spare parts, clockwork components, and assorted junk. Teetering stacks of metal pipes, rods, and gears balance precariously against the shelves. The window in the eastern wall is boarded up from the inside and unreachable due to piles of random parts. And more importantly, when you enter this room...
Wasps. Wasps
Not
everywhere.
wasps again.
Oh my goodness.
It's a yeast ooze.
You see something because you are more on alert, Chester.
Oh?
I'm more on alert.
Chester's alert!
You see, leaning in the corner on the northeast side of the room
It's a rogue.
is a small little
But he's not in like
clockwork.
the darkest part of the tavern.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
In the northeast corner of the room is a small little clockwork contraption with no legs.
Oh.
Is it another spy bot?
It is medium-sized.
Well, hi there.
Sergeant Dan.
He ain't got no legs. He can't hurt us.
Before we
Pulls out crossbow.
before Chester, I don't know, does whatever, I guess, shoots him with 5 crossbow bolts. Let me show you what he looks like. Here's artwork.
Is he a bull? Oh God, I do not trust that.
Oh, it's kind of
Oh,
cute.
he looks so
though.
friendly, though. We can clearly trust him.
Okay, I don't trust anything with a molded smile.
That's what he looks like. But as you come in, he is like, he has his legs look like they've been ripped off, and he's leaning like slumped on the side next to some of
He
the
has no legs.
rubble here, and his eyes like glow a faint blue, and he just like his arms are limp beside him, and he says, "Have you come here to search the room as well?"
Hey, did the people with the gold and guns rip your legs off?
The who? The people with the
With the-
thunder sticks?
Yeah. I tell me you don't know what a gun is? We're an Alkenstar.
You're a robot.
I'm sorry, I've not learned the word gun.
Oh, he's a baby.
He's just a baby.
Yes, the men with the thunder sticks. Did they rip your legs off?
How do you know thunder and stick but not gun?
Thunder from sky, stick from stick.
Have you seen a tree here?
Stick can be many things. Stick can be bought.
Are you here to rip more of me off?
Yes.
Not unless we have to.
Make a diplomacy check to make an impression.
I was gonna stop talking once we said hi and hand it over to Saikir. I've learned my lesson. Let me actively. Oh my goodness.
Can I
You
assist?
haven't
just
learned
saying
anything.
hi. I was gonna.
You know what they call saying hi? Making an impression.
Saying hi.
I was gonna be
Episode
like,
of our
"Hi,
first
are you
season.
okay? Get in here, Saikir." But no, I guess I'll just talk.
Can I
to
assist
the thing.
since I'm also checking them out?
Jacob, the regretful face of every party.
18.
One of these days, Jacob's going
18?
to actually
I was
play
gonna-
a charisma character.
Call Saikir in so Saikir could talk, or Eleanor, because they
Fine,
both got
I'll do it.
charisma.
Here.
I already
Hi
rolled. It's
there.
18.
Do you want to? What do you say to if you want to assist Chester?
Oh, no. I'm not going to assist Chester. If he's not waiting for me, he's on his own.
I was gonna invite you in once you said hi.
You actually did already talk to him though. You've made snide comments already.
That was a joke.
Yes, you said you were going to rip more of him off.
So that sounds like
Clearly
a
in
the
negative.
room.
Clearly, a helpful statement.
So is anyone going to assist Chester or no?
I'll attempt to assist. It's like we are not here.
I think he's saying we're close, but I
Yeah,
didn't
so
quite make it.
I was trying to come up with a way to do it. It's like we are not here to deactivate you if that is what you're asking.
All right, roll a diplomacy, Eleanor.
Nope, I don't assist.
All right. Well, I think I faked you out because what Chester said is enough
Oh,
to improve his attitude. And he says, "Oh, well, you don't look as mean as those with the gold and the black. Are you looking for Master Oleman as well?"
yeah. Give me
Yeah.
a second, though. Hey,
I might have some parts that could at least work a little bit for you.
Well, it would
At
be
least
nice.
make you ambulatory.
Be nice to move on legs again, but I'm afraid I must ask. Could you wind me?
Let's get you out onto one of the workbenches so we can get a better look at you.
Yeah, Chester, you should pick him up like a little baby.
Oh dear.
come here, baby.
Oh dear.
No, that's weird.
I'll get him.
Come here, you little thing.
Pick him up with two hands, hold him by the armpits.
You little so-and-so. Does this thing have any noticeable weapons on it?
No.
Okay.
What's your name?
Master Oleman has referred to me as Sweep Up.
Sweep up?
Oh,
Oh no, you're a maid.
He tells me, sweep up and do this.
sweep up.
So my name is Sweep Up, I think.
Okay.
That sounds. That
Do you
makes
often use a stick with hair on the floor?
I do use a broom
Oh,
to clean the floors.
that's how it knows a stick.
Okay. That's kind of the correlation I was making.
Yeah.
And Chester, you look around. You've already looked around the workshop. And you haven't seen any specific winding key, and you move him over to a workbench.
Yeah, we'll take him into the big main room.
You don't find any winding keys. You'd have to make a new one.
Chester can do that. He's got
I'm
a
sure
good
Chester could
crafting.
craft it.
Is there one on the thing out front? Maybe?
No. And as
It
you
would
look,
probably be too big for him.
as you look him over, like he has a unique kind of shape to him. If you wanted to make a winding key, it'd take about an hour.
Well, do you want me to look around in this storage room?
Now that we know
like
what we're
a
looking
perception
for.
check in there?
You can as part of this.
If you describe the shape to me, I'm sure I could look too.
That is a 17 on the die for a total of 28.
Oh, I don't need you now.
You don't find any winding keys. You find a bunch of random tools and different things stored. What you do find, though, is a nice-looking set of padded armor.
Ooh, like, I was about to say masterwork, but that's not a thing in this
It
game,
has
is it?
runes on it.
Oh.
While Chester's doing that, can I see if I can find out if his legs are still around or if there's something that could work otherwise?
You look around. You can't. I mean, you've been in here a while already looking through the workshop. You give it another once over, kind of looking for that, and you don't find them. I mean, you find some parts that may have been part of it, but you can't be certain. What do you ask? If you talk to him, he could probably tell you.
I don't see the limbs that have been taken from you, but do you happen to know if your former master had anything in the way of spare parts for you? Something that we could replace what has happened?
Oh, I believe he didn't have spare parts. He referred to me as his experiment. I don't think I'm one of his number-lined assemblies that he's made. One of his normal constructions. And you look him over, and he doesn't look anything like the rest of the clockworks you found in here. He's noticeably smaller.
Yeah, he's smart, too. He's learning.
He talks, for one, which is
And he's not a
pretty
linebacker trying to kill us.
uncommon for clockworks.
Gotta be careful. People in this city won't like this.
You look around, and you're not able to find parts. You could probably, if you work with Chester, and you wanted to as well, craft some sort of new ones.
I might end up taking him to my Ripper Dock.
Okay.
They would probably have something of the like.
It's pretty simple. All we gotta do is build like an automaton station, then replace his legs with tank treads.
Oh my goodness, stop talking about Fallout 4.
Just give him a peg leg and
Right away, Mum. Mr. Frog.
But yes, Chester will also take the time to make him a wind-up key, cause this is pretty dope.
All right, roll crafting for me.
15.
Total? So you look around.
Wait.
What about the glasses?
No, wait. I'm checking
Don't you
what
have that kit?
number this episode is.
You got a hero point last episode.
I did?
Or last time, didn't you?
Like
Yeah,
an
you have a
extra
hero
one?
point.
Did you spend a hero point last week?
I don't believe I did.
Then use it.
Do I have? I'll take your word for it. I would like to spend a hero point on that because I love him.
Okay. This is episode 38. Let me check if this is divisible by 4.
It's not.
No.
40 would be the next one divisible by 4.
Yeah, unless you spent a hero point the last couple episodes, you can go ahead and spend one.
Jacob's not spent his hero points.
That's an 18 on the die for a much
Nice.
better result of 31.
Okay, that's a lot better. That's actually a critical success.
Does that mean he could also build him some legs while he's at it?
I was quite clear. I won't take treads.
No, you can't build legs or tank treads.
Okay.
So with a 31, not only do you're able to put together a key, but as you have to open up his back a little bit, and what you see is that it's not like any other clockwork machine. Clockwork isn't your specialty, Chester. Psych here, you being there, this catches your eye as well, because he's not like clockworks basically have a big spring that powers all the gears and everything that runs them.
Yeah.
And even the ones that like do thinking run off of basically spring-powered clockwork computers.
Oh, is this a spirit within the machine?
When you look in there, you find all the different pieces to make things move, but there's interface to this like glowing gem-looking thing.
Oh, yeah. Chester will be like, Sack here? I ain't seen nothing like this before.
Spark of life.
Chester will cast Detect Magic.
Sure.
and see if we can identify this?
You can't identify it mechanically because it's not a like spell. But you can tell it's magical, and with the critical success, what I will tell you on your crafting is that somehow Kosowana has been able to imbue this clockwork machine with a fragment of a mortal soul.
Oh man, where'd you get a fragment of a mortal soul?
They're just floating around everywhere.
Sometimes if something is loved enough, it'll gain a soul.
I also believe that there are, in fact, such things as soul gems in this world. I'm going to look it up.
I know that there's a spell in first edition that makes it so you can capture a soul inside a gem.
I could be wrong, though, because I typed in soul gem. I don't see a thing. It may have been a different game that I was looking up stuff on. But
That's exciting.
it
That's
also...
the problem with multiple systems.
It is. But, like, this might not be, like... Sweep Up is obviously a wee little pup. But his origins may not be very good. This could be maybe a little bad.
But it's not his fault.
Oh, it's not his fault, no. But if Kosowana has found a way to get something like bad and use it to make him, well, that starts to color Kosowana in a way that is not great for us.
Yeah.
But we don't know that. And I don't...
Sweep Up, has your master ever called you anything else?
Oh, no, he just affectionately calls me, he tells me to sweep up. I don't, I assume that is my name because it is what I do.
It's a Pokemon.
Sweep Up.
Sweep up.
Could I do a check? Is there anything I can do to learn about this gem? Like, are there such things as soul gems in this world?
I don't think
Or-
Chester would know.
Okay.
The only other thing I'll tell you is that
I will say I do have a rather high academia lore and arcana. So I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm not sure you would know this
Okay.
kind of stuff though. This
Okay.
doesn't. This I think.
Have there been previous records that Psycheer might know about of machines that are not Bri gaining sentience?
So I think if you want to think about this more mechanically, this has the soulbound trait. So basically, it's something that is it's a construct mentally augmented by a fragment of a once living creature's soul.
Okay, so this is necromancy then.
Well, no, that can happen. Your characters will not know this, but
Okay.
if we're talking metagaming from like lore perspective, it can happen a number of ways. You actually have already seen this before
with the Harpy's Kiss.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So it might not have been a soul trapped in a gem, but it could have been like a spirit of some kind.
Right.
Whether it was created through an attachment or somebody else's soul.
A lot of times things will, through some sort of strong emotion, get bound to items.
Okay, yeah.
And so either this gem was that, or it has been moved to the gem and now it powers part of the machine.
I have a terrible joke. Olamon hates sweeping and cleaning so much that his powerful hatred of sweeping and cleaning gave Sweep Up his life.
That would be fantastic.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
How long have you been alive, Sweep Up?
Oh, I am not sure the number of weeks. I believe a year or two. Although, at first, Master Olamon was very interested in me. He quickly moved to other projects.
He seemed
Well, I
like,
think you're very interesting.
yeah, I think you're pretty cool.
And you wind him up. The other piece of information I was going to tell you is that because this is a soul-bound creature that's also a construct, if he winds down,
He's stuck. He's still alive, but he can't move.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
terrible.
In an eternal stasis.
Oh, that's so awful.
it's like a weird. You think it'd be this weird
Purgatory.
liminal state between consciousness and sleep. That's more kind of like paralysis than unconsciousness.
Is he wind from the back? Could he wind himself?
No.
Chester don't like this.
I'm gonna yell up to
The child.
Janaya and inform him that
He has a new. he has something to
there's maybe
babysit.
a little task every day or so.
Yeah, so poor Sweep Up doesn't have to be
At the very
paralyzed.
At the very least, he doesn't have to be wind up every day. How long ago was it till people attacked here?
It was a couple days.
So he could last a couple of days.
Yeah,
The
and
thing is, he was paralyzed.
He was moving, right?
Yeah, he had about a couple hours left.
Oh, I thought that his arms were limp.
Well, he was not moving, probably to save on wind down time.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet Janiyah wouldn't mind, winding him up.
Can we ask you a couple of questions, Sweep Up?
Of course. Thank you for winding me. He seems, once you wind him up, which doesn't take much time.
Smiley day to you.
I know, ha ha ha, critical role jokes. But once you wind him up, he seems like a lot more like alert.
I have his name. Actually, it is Sweep Up. But when I see Sweep Up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sweep up.
SWEE.
Oh,
apostrophe.
I didn't get it until I read how he got his name. I was just like, oh, he's a sweet little pup. But no, he Sweep Up.
I'm glad we have the same thought process. Yeah. Sweep Up, can we ask you some questions?
Of course.
You said those guys with guns. Are they the ones who ripped off your legs, right?
Oh, yes. Master Olaman was working in the workshop, and there was a large bang outside. I heard humans yelling, and the sound of thunder. The master was surprised, and he started working faster. And then the master ran to the piles and hid. The door opened, and 3 humans and a small human came in. I went to greet them, and one of them made thunder with a stick, and my legs went away.
Oh.
The guests started looking on all the tables. Then the big door opened, and the master rode his metal cat out the door and into the air. The guests were surprised, and they ran after the master and the metal cat. There was more thunder, and after a fractional revolution of my escapement wheel,
Legs went away.
the humans and the small human returned. They kept looking on all the tables and made a big mess. They found me again and threw me into the room that you found me in. I have been on standby hoping the master would return to wind me. I would like my legs back so I can fulfill my duty and sweep up the shop before Master Olaman's return.
We'll find a way to get you some legs. Lieutenant Sweep Up, you ain't got no legs.
I'm sure that
How about we take him to
the tavern?
No, how about we take him to the place where
He sent him to
I
Chester's
get
mom's farm.
send him to
How
your
about we take him
mom's
to my
farm?
repair shop? I happen to be serviced with Kosowana parts.
Oh yeah.
Goodness. The adventure's going to end at Chester's mom's farm with all the NPCs you've sent there.
A big family reunion.
You don't need to breathe, do you?
Mecha Muglin's going to fall down out of the city and just
And land on the
teleport
farm?
miles away to the farm, and you're going to build some sort of house out of the carcass.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Meat house.
Mecha Muglin's been upgraded from just a mech suit to like an Imperial Knight.
Yet again.
Him to your Ripper Doc might be a good idea.
Suck it, Lehman, you furry fuck.
Oh my god.
Does he
let's
have to? You were talking about breathing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a machine, so I don't think I need to breathe.
Into the bag.
Okay, yeah, that's
Wait, get in the bag. Do we still have parts in the bag? We can't traumatize the poor little guy.
No, he'll be
You gave
fine.
the parts to your Ripper Doc.
Yeah, Psyche
Okay.
gave the parts to the
Could
Ripper
you
Doc.
imagine this poor little guy stuck in there of all the parts?
I mean, he's surrounded by parts all
Yeah.
the time anyways.
Okay, but before we do this, are there any things we're forgetting to
Are
ask
you going
him?
to take me to get new legs?
Yes.
Oh, could you just make sure I come back here so I can sweep up?
Of course.
Nope, we've adopted this guy. You better
so-
start rolling a character
Oh.
sheet.
Sweep Up.
Yeah.
Has your master, Kosowana, has he been experimenting with explosions a lot lately?
Oh, he has made such thunder at the other end of the room.
Do you know... Okay, so you're curious sort, ain't you? You like to learn.
Yeah?
Have you been watching him do his experiments?
No, not much. I just clean up after.
Whenever...
What things did you have to put away after he was finished?
Oh, lots of rubble and soot.
Anything with specific labels on them?
No.
Rock.
Rock.
Okay, rock.
Soot.
Whenever he was
Dirt.
about to make an explosion, did you see the amount of explosive liquid that he put on the pedestal or whatever he blew up?
Not exactly. I know that he never carried anything heavy to explode.
So he didn't need a lot to make a big explosion.
I know that he was very worried for his safety, and that's why all the sandbags and other things were there, and he would make sure I was out of the way.
Did he ever use the word
Pyronite?
pyronite? That's the right word, right? Right?
I got stuck on Lyserium.
Yeah, same.
You ask him if he used either.
I believe I heard that word before, but I do not know what it means.
What
Was
about...
there ever a mention of Gattleby?
Yeah.
I don't know what Gattleby.
Okay.
But he mentioned Paranite. You think?
I think. It was a while ago.
Did your master ever talk about Bry?
The Whisper in Bronze?
Yes.
Oh, yes. He used to work at the temple as one of the primary cogs. He still worships Bry very much and serves her with his innovations.
Do you know what's up with this number sequence? And we'll say the number sequence from the clocks.
Smart move, Jacob.
No, but I believe the master changed the clocks right before he left.
And then one last thing.
Well, you already think you know where to
yeah.
look for that.
Do
Yeah.
you know what the purpose of this is? And he'll hold up the quartz fancy doohickey clock.
Oh, it is a pure quartz crystal clock with 13 ordinals.
Why 13?
Yeah, what's an ordinal?
I don't know. I
Like a
believe ordinal is like the number of faces or number of numbers on a clock.
Like hours in a day? Or
A
half a day?
13-hour clock.
Why 13? Why 13? Let's get you fixed. Are you okay being put in a dark place for a brief amount of time?
I can go into stasis.
You don't have to.
It's only like sleep paralysis.
You don't have to if you don't want to go into stasis.
He's a little guy.
We
He'd
will-
have space in the bag.
We will keep you wound and we'll go get you some new legs.
Get him a Rubik's Cube to play with.
Okay, let's go.
Well, are we done here?
I think we've explored every room.
And we're going to bring him back anyways.
Yeah.
Are we, though?
Yeah.
Don't want to take him to the tavern where we can love him and treat him nice?
But
And
I-
give him a better
Jacob.
name.
Are you really trusting like a 13-year-old boy to be able to clean up after himself?
The robot doesn't clean the attic anyway.
He could. If he
But
had
like
legs.
the kid's already looked after himself. Listen, we all know that we find Kosowana. There's like a 99% chance we're going to kill him.
I don't want to do this. Let's just leave him here. It'll be fine.
And I'm
It'll
sorry,
be fine. It'll be fine.
It's
It'll be
Chester's
fine.
having the same thought because the same thing happened with Shoma. So
Okay,
like,
we have to hope that this is not how it's always going to
yeah, and
end.
if we don't end up having to kill him, we can just give him the robot back.
No.
Okay, all right.
Let's just leave him here.
What?
Okay, the thing is, I am worried that if that shows up at that tavern, it's going to mark specifically where we're at, who we are working
Yeah.
with.
It also might be too public of a place for something like a
A fucking sentient.
living
Yeah. All right,
clockwork
let's shove him
being.
in the bag and leave.
Because if I remember correctly, and this might be a difference in interpretation between the Alkenstar book,
They were afraid.
people don't like this kind of thing where their tools seem to be living, even in Alkenstar.
I think it could be a real world analog for it could be like AI.
Yeah.
Like it scares people for good reason, but at the same time, it can be really powerful.
But unlike AI, this can actually learn.
Yes, because this is an actual immortal soul.
Yes, this is an actual soul.
From what you get, and I don't know if this came across with role playing him, he seems really naive, and it's a fragment of a mortal soul, so it's not.
It's not full. He might be able to grow though.
It's not like a full person. Obviously, it's Pathfinder, so like,
but
if
with
you,
enough love and hope.
And friendship.
Faith,
but
trust,
there
and
could be
pixie
upper
dust.
limits to how smart he can get because he's only like a fragment of a mortal
The
soul.
real outlaw is the robot we help become a mortal person.
Okay.
Do I get a cowboy hat?
Absolutely.
We make him a tiny cowboy hat. Immediately.
I was just joking, but that'd be pretty cool.
Okay. Let's go to my Ripper Doc.
And hey, DM,
Yes.
is there anything we're missing here?
Oh my god.
Not
Jacob,
that I can
Ripping off the sick
How
swab.
about this? How about this? Before we do leave the final time, Chester's going to go to this.
Oh, I will say, not that you missed it, but that armor you got
Oh
did
yeah,
have runes on it.
just have not checked that out yet. I was going to do that right before we left, but I you know what? I'll do it right now.
Okay.
What you want me to
we're
identify
leaving.
it?
It'd be detect magic, identify, yeah.
It'd be crafting.
Oh, because you're your
I'm
stuff.
Chester.
Yeah.
William.
Source, I'm Chester.
23.
Trust me.
It is a +1 suit of padded armor.
Ooh.
Okay,
Does that do us any good?
what armor do you have?
I have leather.
I have leather.
Would you like it?
Should we take the rune and put it on Cat's armor?
We can't do that right now anyway. Would you like it until we could do that?
Okay.
Padded armor has a 3 dex modifier cap.
Yes.
Luckily, I don't
I
have that
have
much
a
dex.
4 dex, so I would need it. I couldn't do that.
Unless you wanted to transfer the rune to Cat's armor.
We
But
can
we
do
can't
that.
do
I
that
can
right
afford
now.
the rune when we can get to it. That's what I've been saving money for.
Okay.
I will do that.
Let's protect
It is
Psycheer while we can.
Padded armor, +1 potency, I believe. Is that what that would be?
Yeah.
We put our cat in a little padded jacket.
This is
Padded armor.
Is it?
I imagine it's light or medium.
AC Dex. I think it's light.
It's light because it's in the cloth group.
Yeah.
There's no medium or heavy cloth armor.
Ah, good. Good to know. It's so comfortable you can rest normally while wearing it.
Huh. Well, isn't that nifty?
That is nifty. No check penalty, no speed penalty.
Nice.
That's actually really nice.
Yeah, and as an oracle, you're trained in light armor, so you can use it effectively.
Would it increase
Okay.
Psycheer's AC?
Yes. By
If
one,
that's the case, then
probably.
we should do it.
What, you had leather armor already?
Yeah.
Actually, it might do more than that.
Oh?
Yes, leather armor is... No, it's the same, because leather armor is +1, this is also +1, and then an additional +1 for
the potency.
Potency, so yeah.
Yep. That brings me up to 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's protect Psycheer more.
Chester will poke his head out this back door that we determined was like a back exit to a loading area.
Surprise, surprise. It is a back exit to a loading area.
Nothing important or
No
exciting.
trucks out here, nothing noticeable.
No, you can see where wagons pull up, but there's nothing back there.
I want to talk with Sweep Up before that.
Oh.
I'm going to ask who this armor belonged to, and I'm going to say, I'm just going to borrow this while we go look for your master.
Oh, you can...
going to give it back.
Oh, that armor was given as a payment, but Master Olaman doesn't really wear stuff like it, and he said it was tacky and put it in his storage room. That was a few, I think, months ago?
Doesn't wear armor, huh?
Nice to know. Thanks, DM.
Listen, if we fight him, that cat's going to be a bigger worry.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
That cat's
and-
going to squash us
And
like
the
bugs.
Pyronite he'll throw at us.
Yeah, and the Pyronite he'll throw at us.
For all we know, it could be Olamanite.
Or he could be in the mech suit.
How much Pyronite did Gattleby put in that safe that he blew up? What did you say? Well, like a pea-sized amount?
Yeah.
All right. Let's
If he throws fire at us, we're going to die.
let's take this fucking robot to the Ripper Dock so we can
Are we going to roleplay that, or are we just going to fix him?
We'll take him to... Yeah, take him to Ripper
Are you
Dock.
all going to go there?
Why not?
Why not? Let's check out the Ripper
I'll
Dock.
talk with the Ripper Dock.
We're a group. What if we get attacked on the road?
And I'm going to wait until we get inside to take out the little robot from the bag. And I'm going to be like, hi, I wasn't expecting to come back so soon, but I'm actually here for a friend right now.
You go down to your Ripper Dock and Ferris quarter. Do you have a name for him?
Ripper.
I don't remember.
Doc.
I think we've just called him that.
I'm going to give him a name now.
All right, solid.
This is Rex's shop.
Oh,
Rex.
Rex's gear
Okay.
shop
I love it.
with 2 X's.
Rex
Back here.
3X.
Back again. Did you get damaged or something?
No, but I have found a very interesting little guy who needs some new legs.
Oh, new legs.
And this is one of Olamon's projects.
Oh, Oliver, how's he doing? You seen him?
He's no longer in Alkenstar.
Oh, well, that explains why he's been kind of hard to hear from. Mm-hmm. Do you bring out Sweep Up?
I do. And I'm going to say, be quiet. Be very quiet, Sweep Up.
Oh, what is this little guy? And Sweep Up says, hi, I am Sweep Up. Whoa, he talks.
Please
Derek,
be quiet.
role-playing with
Hi,
himself.
Sweep up.
Yes, this is Sweep Up.
Do you know Master Olaman? Whoa.
Sweep Up.
He's pre-programmed to say certain things. They're trying to give the illusion of intelligence, but he really is just a robot. And he'll cover the Sweep Up's mouth.
Well, I think I'm a... I see. Well, it looks like the little guy's missing some legs.
Yep.
Well, I ain't never seen nothing like that. All right, well, I got a couple of legs sitting around here. We got some...
Do you have any tank treads?
Oh, tell me you do.
Derek's going to roll for it.
Oh.
Will it be the wheel of the die?
I'll roll in front of you guys. High or low on a D6?
Low.
Oh, you got 4.
Aw.
Normal legs. it is,
Normal
I guess.
legs.
Or a jetpack.
Or a jetpack. He can hover.
I don't know if I have any treads, but I got these. I got this chassis from a little scooter cart. We could put them on.
No. Do you have anything suited to his size?
Let's look around. You see all the legs. So he's got like a smaller set of clockwork legs that would probably work. Maybe not necessarily from a humanoid, but would be work.
They ain't got a match.
Don't give him spider legs. That's all I ask.
And he
Like
also
Maul?
has like linebacker clockwork door warden legs.
Sweet puppy.
I'm not sure he
wanna
could
be
power
big?
these things.
Sweet
but,
Pup evolves into Sweet Pupper.
Sweep man.
Sweet dog.
He has legs if you want to get him.
He's
Okay.
got that.
Unfortunately, no tank treads.
Oh,
Okay. How much do I owe you, Rex?
Well, let's see here. Derek looks at the back of the book.
Just give him some random parts we stole from Olamon's.
I mean,
I already kind of did.
True that.
I think if I take off some of these parts off of this spare clockwork automatons over here, you could probably get by for 2 gold.
Fair enough.
Cheap price to pay to give Sweep Up what he needs to move around properly.
So I'm going to say this takes a couple hours. So it's going to be evening by the time you're done. It's
We
like
could go home and rest.
well, we have to
7,
take him
8
back
o'clock.
first.
but he gets a shiny new set of legs. They do not match. They're roughly proportioned to him, but yeah, they definitely don't match his design language, so to speak.
They're very pointy and he's very round.
Yeah.
But he has legs now, so he can walk.
Yeah. Oh, sweet, happy day. I can run. Wee. I can sweep so much up. Are you going to take him to the tavern or back to the thing?
Oh, that's hard. We
Let's
want to
take
keep
him
him
back to
As
the
much as I
workshop.
would like to take him to the tavern, he couldn't come out into the public space. He could sweep up.
Especially since we can't fucking trust him to shut up.
he could
Exactly.
clean up after Gattleby.
No.
He could be
no, he
Gattleby's
needs to
little
go back.
companion.
Do you really
asked
want
to
to
go
leave him
back.
around Gattleby?
No.
He asked to go back to his home with his
He'll
master.
get blown up.
We'll come
Gattleby will
back,
destroy him.
and he'll be an alchemist bomber.
That's like
He's
leaving.
my backup character.
It'd be like leaving your. It'd be like leaving your parrot around like a swearing, foul-mouthed person. You're just like, oh shit, you guys, you back already?
What the fuck is up?
Listen, what's the lizard's name? Slip?
Slick.
Slick's fine.
Whenever we met Slick, he drank a random potion.
Yeah,
And
seriously.
he survived. We'll
By
put
the
him-
will of
we'll-
the dice.
We'll take him back to the warehouse.
Take him back to the warehouse. It's his home.
If he wants us to, we'll buy him a new broom on the way there.
You buy him a new broom?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, don't worry about the money for that.
That's like
a broom.
copper.
Hey, Sweep Up.
Yes.
If those people come back here,
Hide.
hide. They are
Oh.
not guests. They
I-
are intruders.
I have learned as much. Not all humans can be trusted.
Got that right.
Thank you for working well with us then.
Oh, also, if Kosowana don't come back in like a couple of months, go to this farm in the outskirts of Alkenstar.
What's a farm?
You'll learn that when you get there.
Mark it on your map.
Give him an address. Mark it on a map for
What's
him.
an address?
Bless your heart.
What's a heart?
We'll be back for you.
Well, no, if Olamon doesn't come back, Janaya can just wind him.
That's true.
Do you tell Janaya?
Yeah, we
yes.
said that already.
Okay.
Yes, that's like
Well-
a weekly chore.
We can hand wave that. You leave the key with Janaya and tell him to wind. As soon as you bring Sweep Up back to the shop, he starts like picking
Cleaning.
things up,
he
organizing,
cleaning?
and starts cleaning.
Chester's going to make a daily activity of making a tool so that he can self-wind himself.
Okay, is that your downtime activity?
That's my downtime activity at the end of every day. Just like a joint, like a four-jointed thing built out of little spinny bits so that he can turn a wheel in front of him and
So he doesn't-
wind himself up.
He doesn't have to go into stasis anymore.
Self-sufficient.
Just like a little station that he can back up into.
Oh, that there we go. That
That would
would
be
work as
even
well.
better.
All right, well, we can get to that in a bit, but you leave him there. By the time you get back to the Barrel and Bullet, it's going to be like 8 o'clock. Maybe
But we
even
do
after
not
8.
get that gross chili from Gattleby. There should
Absolutely
still be
not.
food in
There's
the
definitely
kitchen.
still food and people there, yeah.
Get
The
me some
first
proper
thing
food.
Chester's going to do whenever we get back is he's going to go find the heretical papers and find whatever heretical
Let's all
statement
study those together.
this was.
You all
From
go
the
up
clocks.
to Chester's investigating room.
But no investigating.
with the cork
I
board.
investigate all the time. I'm never not investigating.
I need the socks
The socks?
for my paws.
Oh yeah, good catch there, Sack here, and he'll thump them on your
Oh,
hands,
so the psych here doesn't break the yarn?
scratch the walls, and mess up the pictures.
You pull out these pages of notes, and you look for the one in the changelog from whenever Olamon left, and you find the redacted regulation 2.2.7.
Hey, Chester, look.
What?
I smack him across the face with the paw. It's right there.
No, it's right there. I'm glad I made them soft.
Chester, we need to have a talk.
What, I like knitting?
Eleanor's just standing there.
No. About what happened earlier at the library whenever you were hurt. I have been feeling something and I need to get it out in the open.
All right.
That was gross.
What'd
Don't
I
do that again.
do?
Don't say spank me. I was joking.
Oh, hey, listen, I was hurt. I'll do whatever it takes to get healed.
Eleanor walks by. Did you stalk Alonzo? She's pointing to his little thread map.
I'm always investigating.
Is that why your hand is in your pants?
Oh my god. Jesus, you guys. Anyway, whenever you guys start looking through things, you find the regulation, and now why don't I share it with you in Discord?
Let's look at this.
I
anyone
love
want
sharing.
to read it?
It is caring.
I'll do it. 2. The Apprenticeship of Bronze. 2.2. Holy Places. 2.2.7. At the eastern end of Tentacle Canyon in the Spell-Scarred Desert, 180 miles from Cloud Reaver Keep, on a bearing of north 95 degrees east, is a spherical geode of amethyst exactly 10 feet in diameter. Its shape is so perfect that it is doubtless deific in nature. Even time itself seems to bend around this flawless gem, this cradle of quartz. There's the name! Like light reflecting off a single facet of a cut gem in a box of blackest silk. Bry reveals an aspect of her perfect design in the depths of even the most torturous wastelands.
What do you guys do?
How is this heretical? This is literally instructions to a location.
It's saying that this rock is a deity.
Yeah.
It reveals an
It's deific.
aspect. Well, deific means made by a god, right?
Not necessarily.
It's deific in nature. It means a god made it. Or is it saying it is a god?
It could be saying anything. Are we
Also-
really trusting people who are nigh omnisciic to be like, oh yeah, that's a perfectly normal thing?
Not only that, it says time itself seems to bend around it.
It just
They might want to bury that whole bending time thing.
Just seems like notes you'd find in a wizard's journal. I would say I would not have expected this to come from a holy book. It's very weird.
Yeah, you don't know why it was redacted, but it was.
All I'm saying is that somebody was like, oh yes, I have the location of the corpse of Jesus Christ. I think that people would like rip that out of Bibles.
At this point, I'll allow, if anyone has Bry lore specifically trained, I'll let you make another check.
I made myself lightheaded.
All else fails.
But I will say it's really difficult.
They
Oh,
flailed around
shit.
their arms.
Wait, I have Kosowana and I have gilded things.
You're not trained in Bry
No,
lore, though.
but I could do my clue in if Kosowana-ness, but I don't think it would.
It would not help.
I didn't think so. Kosowana-ness.
I'm gonna spend a hero point.
Did you roll already?
Yeah, and I got an 11.
Total?
Yeah, I rolled like a 5.
Yucko Nasto.
Okay. And natural 18 for a total of 24.
2 choice uses of hero points in this episode.
What I'll say, because it's not quite enough to where I want to give you a lot, but what I'll say is that you have heard rumors, Psyche, here. You've heard of the Cradle of Quartz once or twice before, and apparently the only thing you know is that people who looked into it before, like, had horrible things happen to them.
Oh, so it might not have been removed because the passage in and of itself is bad.
Is heretical, but because it's fucking a cursed ass place.
To protect people, like to protect followers of Bry, they had to remove it.
That makes a lot more sense.
Much more sense.
Yeah, that's all I'll give you for that. There's a lot more I could give you, but if I'm being real,
We
this
just
is like...
studied at the library.
Now, could we take this to the library and ask them why this passage was removed?
They're not going to tell us.
A specific passage?
If you went back to the library now with looking for Cradle of Quartz, I would allow more research, but you're not going to be able to go back for a couple days.
Yeah,
Because they're recategorizing. What was it?
they're cataloging, I think.
Is there anything else? We spoke to the neighbor. We went to the workshop. We went to the temple. Oh, if we had went to his place first, we may have been able to get some bonuses or known
To
some
our
stuff.
research.
The research before we went to the temple.
Hey, DM,
That's
did we
too
mess
late.
that up?
Well, you had to go to the Temple of Bri first to get his address. But if you'd gotten his address, went there, and then went back to research, you might have had a leg up.
But like, how do we do that if it's closed after we're done researching?
Well, to be fair, you research, and then you only have so much time to research.
Oh, seriously, we could have got his address without researching, went to his place, and then
Yeah,
came
you
back
got
to
his
research.
address without researching. You just wanted to look at the library while you were already there.
Because we were going to be efficient,
It's a
and we
sensible
messed up.
thing. We didn't mess up. It's a sensible thing to do.
Yeah, no, you did the right thing. It's just,
I want to go to like a used bookstore
okay.
and see the oldest edition I can find of
The book.
Logic by Design.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you already know that, like, that's what you did in the library. You copied all the you had all the revision history, so you know all the changes, and this is the one that's relevant to this.
Yeah, we already studied that.
I don't suppose we could try and talk to a person there about this specifically now, like the Cradle of Quartz.
I mean, from your you can try, but from your experience, you might be going up against a bit of a clockwork wall.
Okay.
I'll try.
How about this? Could we research Tentacle Canyon? Because I don't like that name.
I don't like it. Shadows of poor Cahoon
Tentacle Canyon.
getting slapped by a tentacle.
Oh, in season one, you're right. You're right.
This is the little like comic book asterisk moment.
Reference episode 4, players.
Oh my god. The fact that you knew the episode all off
I
the
don't
top
know
of your
if
head-
that's the right
That's-
episode.
I'm looking it up right now.
I think that might be no, it's 5. 5.
Ah,
So
dang,
close, Jacob.
Lol.
Smell of wet dog.
Smell of wet dog.
Yeah, I mean, I'll allow if you have Alkenstar lore, just to go ahead and make a recall knowledge check. Otherwise, you're going to do gather
I have
information.
Alkenstar lore.
I could do gather information.
But that'll take time, and you're already at the end of the day.
I'm gonna roll
Derek.
Alkenstar lore.
We can sleep.
I want to appeal to you as
Okay.
a player.
Oh,
I lived in the mana wastes. I lived in that desert.
What would you like to roll?
Let me look at my stuff to see.
I can
While
think
you're
of-
doing that, can I attempt Alkenstar
Okay.
lore and hope I roll good?
So the farms are not in the Mena Waste. You said that, right?
Well, I mean, this is complicated. Yeah, before we roll here. So your mom's farm is probably not like we see in the map of Alkenstar, there's farms like around it, but it's probably not that close, but it's within a couple miles, like no more than 10, I would say.
This is a stretch, and I'm fully aware of it because I also want to be able to roll. Chester's mom regularly did expeditions into the Mena Wastes. Could he have heard something from her? That would be more of a recall knowledge, I suppose.
That's why I said Alkenstar lore.
Okay, okay, yeah.
I'll roll my Alkenstar lore.
Yeah, go ahead and roll, Cap.
I mean, I highly doubt I'll get anything, but why not try?
I have underrolled.
Oh, I got a natty 18, 24.
24. And
nice.
here, what would you want to roll since you used to live wandering through some of the Mana Wastes? Are you trained in society?
No.
Then make me a flat check. Just a d20.
Okay.
All right, 15 on the flat check. I'll say both Psycheer and Eleanor have heard. Maybe Psycheer, you've actually been close to a Tentacle Canyon. So there's a couple things.
This is going to be a stretch. Could I roll medicine to see if I have treated any wounds from a specific enemy in Tentacle Canyon?
It would make sense for Eleanor to potentially know something because she's done a little bit of adventuring.
How old is Eleanor?
We talked about this. She's like human equivalent of like maybe like 40 or something.
Oh, so she was robbing the cradle with Alonzo.
Oh
No,
are you
Alonzo
saying
was in his mid-20s. Like
Are
20s.
you saying she is 40?
No, she's like closer to a human equivalent of late 30s, 40s.
Okay.
So she's like
Late 30s.
70.
Whatever is the human equivalent.
She was robbing the cradle with Alonzo.
Alonzo was in his 20s.
And she's in her 40s
Okay,
by
that's
half
kinda
elven
creepy.
standards?
Maybe I should go with 30s.
It's
30s.
fine.
30s.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
Retcon 30s. A 10-year age gap isn't too big.
All right, so Tentacle Canyon. Psycheer, maybe you've been there or near it before, but Eleanor, you've probably heard a little bit of it. What I'll say is it's a moniker for the canyon in the Spellscar Desert and the Mana Wastes. You would know that it'd be, if you wanted to go on foot, pretty far, like 3 weeks.
Yikes.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, road trip.
You could, of course, bring this up with Phoebe.
Dwyer. Horse-drawn dirigible.
That's why.
We're talking about the cover art where there's
That's
an
why on
airship
the
being
cover
attacked
art there's an
Heartbeat.
airship
Metagame
with
so
Harpies
hard.
So
attacking
much,
it.
I
yeah.
need to give you guys less information. But it'd be a long journey. You know that it's named because of the appearance, for the writhing seaweed-like appearance of the hoodoos in its vicinity.
Hoodoos?
Yeah.
What the hoodoo?
It's a geological thing. Hoodoo, hoodoo, I guess. It's a tall, thin spiral rock formed by erosion.
Ah, a rock formation.
Yes. So what do you guys want to do?
We should go report to Phoebe.
Yes, I think that's what we'll do. And then the next day, Chester wants to do some gather information, but not about the Tentacle Canyon.
Okay.
He has some other stuff he wants to investigate, but he can't do that right now, so.
Too late.
It's too late in the evening. It's like 8.
Yeah, so you go to Phoebe. Do you want to do this tonight or the next day?
I mean, why
we're
not
there.
tonight?
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, why
tonight.
not tonight?
What
We
do you
can
do?
talk about it over dinner.
How does this look?
All right, so
Like people.
let's just have a quiet dinner with our wonderful patron, where we're going to be like, hey, we need a dirigible.
What do you say?
We found out that the Cradle of Quartz.
Let me face.
Oh, okay.
It's happening again.
Well, I didn't think we have to roll for
I was
Phoebe.
trying to do this, and then somebody started speaking over.
You asked for an airship right off the bat.
And I think that's perfectly within
Direct.
character.
Being direct is
Okay.
not bad.
All right, the one on I
So-
set a scene. So you're eating with Phoebe in the small room. It's like 10 o'clock or something. Some of the bar is winding down.
Phoebe?
And yes, Akir, what's up?
You probably shouldn't say my name just out and
You're
about
not out in
like
the
that.
public.
Okay, good.
You're in
We're in the
your
back
favorite
room.
room.
All right, solid. We need some transportation.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going
You
to
need a wagon?
lead with that. We are going to need an airship.
A what?
We are going to need
Oh,
no. You asked a question. I am going to answer.
I got a
it. We
further
need-
clarifying question.
Well, maybe my answer will clarify without you having to ask. We need an airship because we need to go to Tentacle Canyon to find out what the fuck happened to Kosowana. We think that's where he is because,
That does answer my follow-up question.
okay, see? Why do you have to fight with the...
Well,
with-
I mean,
with-
y'all
with
guys
me?
just disappeared for a while, and then you asked for an airship.
We were gone for like a day doing our jobs.
2 days. You went to the
We came back here in the middle.
in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
and you didn't tell me nothing.
Well, clear enough for the telling.
At that point in time, we didn't have any information.
An airship?
New to
We are
report.
trying not to waste your time, and we are trying to be direct with what we need. We need an airship because we don't want to spend 3 weeks out in the mana wastes.
Counter
Phoebe.
offer. If you ain't got an airship, 3 giant
Mechanical-
ostrich chicken style riding birds.
Oh my god.
Mechanical chocobo.
Yeah. Okay, you know what a chocobo is. We'll take
I
those
play
too.
Final Fantasy. No.
My favorite board game.
Do you have
You
an
play Final
automobile?
Fantasy? I don't think I want to work with you anymore.
I haven't actually. I'm just making a joke because Jacob thought it was funny.
It was funny. I laughed.
Well, okay. Well, obviously, we need to deal with Kosowana as soon as possible because from what it sounds like, I assume you've told her the other stuff in the
yeah.
workshop.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds
So,
like
There's obvious explosive experimentation and a partially sentient clockwork machine that has proclaimed not a lot of stuff was utilized whenever creating very large explosions. So we're thinking maybe this is the...
clockwork sentient machine.
Koswana's been busy.
His name is
Yeah, he
Sweep Up.
is. Well, that's cute.
There's also a kid named Jambalaya or something like that.
Jambalaya!
Jambalaya. Jonaya.
Janaya.
Oh my god.
Janayakin.
Jambalaya. I'll
Jambalaya.
punch you. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, it sounds like he was on to something. If it wasn't Pyronite, he's close. If
It's
nothing
still
else,
a massive explosive.
it sounds like the Gilded Gunners and Muglin think that's what's going on. And I don't know if they got their hands on any of his plans or not, but
Did we find any plans?
no, you didn't.
Yeah.
So
You-
it was left, his workshop was left in a wreck.
That
and-
checks out.
We're not sure if anything was taken, but there were a few spy drones that were left and they were swiftly dealt with.
Well, good on you. Good on you.
We think we got all of them. We're pretty sure we got all of them.
Oh yeah,
Be
because we can
careful.
also work on that the next day too.
We destroyed several spy drones.
Yeah, well, good on you for that. Well, it sounds like they're hot on his trail, so if you think he's gone to this place in the spell scar, then you guys need to get there as fast as you can. Well, listen, I could pay you guys pretty well, but I can't buy an airship. Them things
What about the
expensive.
Duchess?
You got some kind of horseless dirigible? Carriage?
Oh, I got the mech suit.
Oh, deal, done. Take it.
No,
Forget Mugland.
you get the
Chester's
mech suit.
gonna get the mech suit.
Maybe some horseful horses?
How about some horses?
No, but
A riding dog?
so you're gonna have a bit of a problem. You should head out Pilot Square and see if you can hire someone. The problem is, it's the Spell Scar Desert, and even just going to Cloud Reaver Keep can be pretty dangerous, and there's not a lot of pilots that'll attempt it. So you might have a bit of a hard time. But here, I'll tell you what. I've chartered a few horseless dirigibles.
Horse-drawn dirigibles.
Horse-drawn dirigibles in my
That's the
time.
original joke, though.
Yes,
I know.
Yes.
Jesus.
Brr.
What you might want to do. Yeah, I know. The horse is spinning like helicopter blades. You head out to Pilot Square over on Skyside, and you find a little pub in the middle of it called the Final Prospect.
Oh, that's not foreboding at all.
Not at all.
A lot of the pilots hang out there looking for their next thing. That's what she'll tell you to do.
Oh, do you know if... Who was it that Who was it that piloted the Harpy's Kiss?
Oh man, if we could get someone that big name, it'd be great.
The thing is, if we say, hey, this machine loved you so much that it manifested a spirit of its own, we might be able to get a little bit of
meet
something,
a celebrity?
a little bit of something in there in the way of like affection.
But that's what she tells you.
Okay. Who was it? That's what I would like to look for first.
Don't know.
Hold on,
We
stop,
had the name,
stop,
Derek.
Stop.
It's in Jacob's notes, I'm sure of
The
it.
ghost moves. Okay. We defeat the Robo Dogs after fight. Munzi pops out. North crashed ship. We check. Find out that was helmed by one. Fira Winslow.
Nice.
There you go. Good job.
Jacob does the Elmo meme. Where
Hey,
he
take
puts
a
his
hero
arms in
point
the
for
air.
your note.
Yes.
Oh, and I don't get one for having the idea?
Sure, you can take one.
Nice.
You're going to get reset anyway.
It's like, do I get a hero point for not knowing
for
the snot out of
2
you?
whole episodes.
All right. But yeah,
Fira Winslow. Isn't she really high profile?
very famous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We might not be able to afford her.
We can try.
All right. We are being funded.
Yeah. Are we expected to pay for this out of our own pocket, or is the Duchess's coin going to be part of this?
If you can get Kosowana back here, we'll cover it.
Okay,
Wait,
that's not what we're asking.
We have to pay and then you'll reimburse us, or
Well, you're not buying an airship. You're buying
we're
passage.
renting one? Yeah.
It's not going to be a lot.
I don't know. I ain't ever flown on a Zeppelin or dirigible or whatever
Ma'am.
these things are. I'm a farm boy.
We are not going to
Listen, if it's-
accept a shitty pilot.
If it's a lot, you just come back here and we'll figure something out.
That's workable.
Luckily, we got
Okay.
2 very charismatic people.
So don't talk.
Oh, Chester's not going to be there.
Somewhat charismatic.
Okay.
Chester will be doing 2 other things the next day.
I have a charisma of +2.
You should probably move as fast as you can go, but because we're going to get him. And if Muglin's working with the Guild of Gunners, they're going to be after him pretty quickly as well.
And I'm sure Mugland has the resources to get what he wants
With his
fast.
mech suit.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we'll
He could
sprint
just,
down there
you
on
know,
his mech suit.
sprint with the mech suit, or do the rocket boots travel.
Boots with the rockets.
Boots with the burr.
Boots with the burr. Boots
So-
go burr.
Boots go burr.
The day ends. After talking to Phoebe, the next day comes around. What are you guys going to do?
Chester he wants to do 2 things. Number 1, he wants to check out those spy orbs and see if he can get information from them. And number 2, he wants to see if he can gather information to find out if Muglin is still in town or if Muglin has left town.
Chester, are you heading back to Kosowana's place?
No.
Okay, well, if you pass by there, can you say hi to Sweep Up for me?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you.
And I was thinking that you two would go and try to hire us some passage.
All right. Chester, you're going to spend your whole day doing that. And then, so let's go ahead and do a crafting check to get the information out of the drones.
Now, would I get a bonus from either the Gilded Gunners or Kosowana on this?
Gilded Gunners.
Okay. That is a 12 on the die plus 14 is 26.
26. All right, that'll do it. You're able to see that you're able to get some like recordings. You open it up and there's just a little camcorder inside. And you are able to get some recordings of them setting up the drones. We're looking for the SD card. They set them up and hid them, and you can tell that they have been programmed. So if anyone came in there, they were going to record everything, and then as soon as they were discovered, fly away immediately.
All right.
Or self-destruct.
So I found the footage.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this, because we found 2 spy orbs, right?
I thought it was 3.
2.
Okay. Was there set up for a third anywhere on the recording?
Because they would start recording right after they're set up. Do I see them set up any spy orb that we didn't find from any of these other footages?
As far as you can tell, there are only 2.
Okay.
Okay.
And I see nothing of
3
interest before we show up. But I get their faces, don't I?
You do.
Is it Mugland?
I recognize Mugland, right?
You don't see his full profile, but you see his
ugly
back,
little feet,
his nasty little hobbit feet, and he's like the only halfling in the group.
Does it have audio?
It has like really crackly, old timey like wax recording audio.
And his 3 cronies.
You see a couple other people, yeah.
Because everybody else mentioned 3 like human or medium size. Is there anything special about these humanoids?
Yes, actually.
Is Mugland wearing a mech suit?
Yeah, is Mugland wearing a mech suit?
He is not wearing a mech suit.
Suspicious.
Suspicious.
There's one lady next to him.
Ooh.
Oh, is it a half elf?
I need you to make a underworld lore check.
Oh, hey, I got that.
Oh.
I get to add my bonus to this?
Yes.
All right, that is a 13 on the die plus 11 for 24 lore. So the DC is easier, right?
You recognize this lady as Sabora Sharkosa, the leader of the Gilded Gunners.
Can you spell that name?
Sabora.
Sabaro.
And then last name
pizza.
Sharkosa, Sharkosa.
Sabora Sharkosa.
Yeah, she has this like bright gold pistol and a like black armor on.
Ooh. Oh, she looks cool then.
What species
and then
is
the
she?
other 2 are just generic cronies.
What ancestry is she?
Half elf.
Ooh.
Human half elf. All right, and then while Chester's doing that, you guys, Psyche and Eleanor, both of y'all are going to go out to Pilot Square.
Yep.
You cross over the Ostrati over to Skyside, and Pilot Square is like this flat area. There's Auburn Hill, which is a fancier district, and then there's the square, which is like pylon fenced around, and a whole bunch of airships are just like settled there. And they're more like, I guess, the Zeppelins, the big blimpy balloon, and the travel part at the bottom, basically. A bunch of Goodyear blimps.
Okay. I think there's only like 4 blimps left in the world.
But they're all nestled around a couple buildings in the middle of it. I'm actually going to move you guys to the map of Alkenstar so you can see it.
I love the map of Alkenstar.
Pilot Square is down here on the side.
Okay.
You can see all the different. You can actually see all the different.
That's not a square.
That's more like a pear shape.
That's a
Okay, that's Pilot's pear.
I like it. Pilot's pear.
But you see all the different like ships tied up, and then there's like a couple different buildings, and very prominently in the center is a tavern called the Final Prospect. What do you guys want to do?
I think that we should go there first. Yeah. Look for Farrah Winslow.
Wait, quick question before we do this. Should we be ourselves or should we be in disguise?
We'll be riding with them. It might be suspicious if we change our looks.
You're
an
right
hour
about
into
that.
Riding with them.
Yeah.
That is true.
All right, so you see, what do you guys do? You're going to go into the tavern? Are you talking to anyone in specific?
I want to talk to Farrah Winslow first, just because Psyche would definitely be interested in saying, hey,
We don't know
this machine loved you so much.
who she is or what she looks like or if she's even
Okay.
there.
Then I'll ask.
What are you asking? What does this look like?
Do you happen to know if the previous captain of the Harpy's Kiss is available for a quick conversation.
Are you talking like a bartender?
Just to like a bartender, yeah.
Huh. You mean Farah?
Yes, Farah Winslow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she's here. Doesn't do much else. And he points. And next to you, not on next to you, but like down the way on the bar, you see, surrounded by a few cups, a dwarven tiefling.
What?
Wow! I love how we all have the same reaction. Yes, I need
more
art.
importantly, you all hit level 5. And that's where we're going to pick up in our next episode.
I need art.
All right.
Don't worry, we'll have art next time.
Next session. Next time on the Third Gallon podcast.
We've had complaints about some of the finer details of this, but the fact that they are bringing back the airship pilot from an airship we found in book 1 and book 2,
That's nice.
That's mwah.
Continuity chef kiss.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing us. If you want to see more from us, check out our website, thirdgallon.com, or follow us on Twitter. We are at Third Gallon, that's THIRD Gallon. You can also tweet at us using the hashtag Third Gallon, and we are on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook with the same handle, at Third Gallon. We also publish a video version of the podcast on YouTube, which you can find on our channel, The Third Gallon. Our theme for this season is Delta Rust, composed by Andy Ellison. Our ambience for this episode was composed by Michael Ghelfi, and you can find more of his work on his YouTube channel, Michael Ghelfi Studios. And you can support his awesome work at patreon.com/Michael Ghelfi. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.